So I want to take in a sweet treat into work. And so I've decided that I'm going to make a banana bread. And I'm going to show you how to make the easiest, most moist banana bread ever. For this recipe, you're obviously going to need some bananas. As you can see, these ones are starting to go. They're quite ripe. I've got 4 of them, so I'm going to use all 4. I would suggest you can use 3 to 4 bananas. You're going to need 2 eggs. You're going to need half a cup of oil. That's your secret for making it nice and moist. You're going to put in a half a teaspoon of salt and 1.5 cups of flour. I'm going to be using spelt because I have some gluten-free or gluten intolerant people at work, and they can handle spelt. So I'm going to be making it with that. So that's 1.5 cups of that, and then I'm going to be putting in a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I am going to put in 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Now normally I make it with white sugar, but I'm going to use brown sugar to get a nice rich color on it. And I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And my oven is going to be preheating to 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to start off with getting all my wet ingredients together first. So I'm going to peel these bananas and I'm going to mash them up in my mixing bowl, and then I'm going to add in the oil, the eggs, the vanilla extract. So that's the first part. The recipe is in my description below. I've mashed up the bananas. I don't mash them up completely because I do like for there to still be a few little chunks in my banana bread. And now I'm going to add in my half a cup of oil, and then I'm going to mix that a little bit, and then I am going to add in my 2 eggs. So this is going to be all my wet part of my banana bread mixture. So I'm going to add in the eggs now. Eggs are in. Going to give it a bit of a mix around. So it's all mixed in with my slightly mashed bananas and the oil. And now I'm going to add in the baking soda, the cinnamon, the ginger, the salt, and the vanilla essence. So I've got the cinnamon and the ginger and salt, baking powder in. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of the vanilla essence or vanilla extract. The vanilla extract is in, so I'm going to give this all a good mix together. I like to add the spices and that in before I add in the flour instead of with the flour, because for me it always mixes in much easier into the wet ingredient. Okay, to that I'm now going to add my 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Remember I said I'm going to be using brown sugar in this rather than white sugar that I normally use. So I'm going to mix the sugar in. I tell you, this is the easiest recipe ever. And now I'm going to add in my 1.5 cups of flour. And then it's going to be ready to go into a loaf pan. And now I've got the flour in, I'm just going to mix it all together. loaf pan is lined. Now time to pour in the batter. Right, all mixed together, ready to go into a lined loaf pan. And there it is in the loaf pan, ready to go in the oven at 180 degrees for about 60 to 70 minutes. You can always sort of like just use a knife to just put in to see if it is done at that time. But we'll have a look at it in about an hour's time. You can add nuts to it if you like nuts. I personally am not a big nut favorite because my granny said if you swallow a pip you get a tree growing inside you. And our school is a nut-free zone, so I won't be putting any nuts in it at all. Okay, banana bread up the oven. Fresh out of the oven. Delicious banana bread. If this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. And if this is not your first time, well, you're still welcome. You can keep coming back. That's great. So, I post recipes at least once a week, but I post other videos as well. So my channel has some travel, some recipes, and also I'm documenting my journey to buying a farm in Portugal. So if you could like this video and comment below, and if you try this recipe at home, please let me know in the comments how it turns out. And if you can subscribe to my channel, that will be amazing. You'll be helping a very old woman, look at me, extremely old woman, grow her YouTube channel. So, have a good day, and I'll see you on my next adventure.